All right, call meeting to order, 5 p.m. We're gonna do some introductions, starting with the select board, me and then just the front here. Select board.
Matt Maxwell, select board.
Here, select board.
Dan Webster, board member.
That Fournier town administrator, we'll start with you.
Don Bennett, is it?
Sheila Bowman, resident.
Sean Jacobs, resident and witness.
Amber Becor, president.
Also, you want me to say?
Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs, resident.
And then just you two on it.
Got any way down there?
All right, Dan Rondo's online with us.
All right, so. Today, Monday, May 18th, 2026, 5 p.m. We are holding a public hearing pursuant to 20 VSA 3546. At the town office building located at 168 Main Street, Coventry, Vermont, to hear evidence and receive testimony on a complaint of vicious dogs named Dozer, Luna, and Ultima, owned and kept by Keith Jacobs and Amber Jacobs, presently residing at 110 Spencer Hill in Coventry, Vermont. This hearing is open to the public to attend, but is not open to public comment. Only those offering evidence in the above named matter will be allowed to participate. All right, so May 7th, 2026, Don Bennett reported that he was walking on Spencer Hill Road in Coventry at 1:49 p.m. At the bottom of Spencer Hill, Don was attacked and bitten by a dog named Dozer from the property of 110 Spencer Hill Road, Coventry, Vermont. There were 3 dogs present at the time Don was attacked. The dog owners are reported to be Keith Jacobs and Amber Jacobs of 110 Spencer Hill Road. Don. No.
Can I say something? No.
Wait,
No,
Yeah,
okay,
we're doing.
that's what I wanted to know. Sorry.
There was one reported witness and Don noted that people are afraid to walk on the road because of the dogs. According to the town of Coventry dog ordinance, the dog that bit Don may be immediately impounded. In addition, all three dogs without a license shall be immediately impounded. Okay. All right, this meeting will be conducted in an orderly manner. All information received during the hearing will be obtained from the complainant, the dog owners, and any other members who witnessed the complaint. We realize other residents are here today to speak regarding their interactions with the dog. However, you'll be given the opportunity to speak during public comments in our regular select board meeting, which is right after this. The hearing is for information regarding solely to the complaint files. Okay, so this is new to all of us. All right.
Everybody talks to you.
Yeah, so. Don. What do we do? Just read it and it says I do.
Anybody that's gonna talk, needs to put their right hand up and say it's.
Please stand.
Stand up and then.
Everybody look at the page now. Under the pains and penalties of perjury, you want to repeat it?
Under the
And family perjury.
You solemnly swear that the evidence you give in the cause under consideration
Consideration.
shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Thanks. Okay. Okay, Don, you're up.
I'm up,
You're up.
all right. And to start, I just want to clear a couple things on the report. There are actually 2 dogs present at the time. I assume he owns 3 of them, but the 2 Dozer and I guess Luna were the ones that attacked me.
Okay.
And Laura was not with me during that.
Yeah, I scratched a few things off.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate that.
So we wanted to make sure that was. There was a report further down where she had been tacked before and where she was. A number of months back. She had to use pepper spray on that one to get it away from her. She was in the middle of the road there. Anyways, so on this day here. I'm walking down the hill like I do a number of times every week. And when I got down at the bottom of the hill next to the main road, Sheila here had just pulled off the main road onto the dirt road. And I turned around and waved to her line, it was 2 dogs running down the hill at me. Like, whoa. So this is where it started. And I spent the next couple of minutes trying to keep them off me. So like one coming one way, one the other, kept trying to hit them, kick them, and get them away from me. And after a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe it was longer, I don't know. I'm getting out of breath. I tried to get it took me that long. I tried to get my phone out of my pocket because nobody's gonna believe this happened. I finally got my phone turned on, and that's when I videoed what happened from there on. And they didn't stop until Keith came down and hollered at them. So I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't done that, but so I'm thankful that he came at that point. So I don't know, in my mind, everybody on that road has trouble that area with dogs being a big problem. You can't walk on the road without being scared. Everybody has to have a weapon to walk down the road by their place. Gonna have to have a gun or a pepper spray or a stick. You're gonna have to have something because, and it's been going on forever. One dog, a dog, just never ends. I'm not scared of dogs, but I guess I should have been that day because I expect that. Yeah. Anyway, that's how that, I didn't. He asked me if I'd been bit. I didn't think I had. And then Sheila gave me a ride back home. She said, "You're bleeding." It's like, oh.
I did get it.
Terrible, but he did drop blood in the back of my hand. So
If it'd been me, it would have been terrible.
if it had been a kid or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't provoke the dog in any way. I'm way at the bottom of the hill next to the main road.
They'll have a chance.
So they ran all the way down there after me. I couldn't believe they were doing that way down there. It'd be different if I was near his property. It seems scary. That's how that went. So I couldn't just leave that alone. I mean, gotta fight back a little bit. I shouldn't have to put up with that. So.
Thank you. Any question for them? Anything else?
I guess that's it.
Okay, now you guys,
Probably should show the video.
okay.
First.
Pardon?
Are you guys both done first?
Yeah, we saw the same thing, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna play a video and I just want to tell everyone there's some explicit language in it and then there's a picture with some blood on a hand in case anyone wants to go.
Can I speak yet?
You can, your name again?
Hannah Jenkins.
I just gotta show the picture.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a picture.
So where in that video at all did he stop, it's my turn to speak, it's my turn to speak.
One person at a time.
My question, in any part of that video, where did my dog come into any contact with him other than barking at him? I understand that it seems like very intimidating, but he did not come into contact with him. This man will come up onto our lawn, walk back and forth by our dogs and yell at them, okay? At what point does it become enough for a man to sit there and antagonize a dog and the dog to not react?
Don't forget, you're not supposed to lie, you took a note.
That's a complete lie.
How is that a lie?
Complete lie.
How is that a lie?
Cause I walked down the road and
Hey,
on the
no,
opposite
no,
side.
nobody from back
What
there.
if he bark at you?
Hey,
Michael.
hey,
Hannah.
enough of that, okay? You're talking right here. This is the only person you're talking to. All right,
It's
she's not
not.
gonna answer any questions.
Okay.
All right, and if you wanna ask a question, then that's not what we're here for. We're here for.
I thought I was speaking to her, not you.
You are.
Oh, boy.
I'm explaining the rules to you.
Don't be that way, cause you get out, so stop. I'm not trying to,
Okay,
I just
No.
watch,
stop, both of you, yeah. So that day, I was there. He put the dog into the house. He didn't know that Sean left the window open. Goes to get out, we're talking, all of a sudden Luna takes off. What is she running after? We see his tail. He goes after to go get them. And that's when that happened. I weren't down there when that happened. But he did bring him in because he saw him walking. And that's what happened there. But we've been a lot better about tying them up, keeping them tied. I will say that. We just purchased a one of those wireless collars, got a runner for them, so they're more tied now and everything.
so they will not be out of the yard,
Yes,
promise.
so that it's more, it's got the vibrator. They can only go within half a yard. Half a
Make
yard.
sure they won't.
I'm talking.
I'm just trying.
You're not allowed to. Shut it.
You'll get your
No,
turn.
I just,
You'll get your turn.
So it goes within half of an acre, or you can make it, so if I'm, say here, it will only go within certain area, it goes up to 9 settings. And then also it goes up to 9 settings of, you wanna zap them more, so if they're being naughtier, and it goes all 3 dogs. You can done 1, 2, 3, I got the bigger one with all 3 of the
we've had
dogs.
a couple of them, that's one failing, and
Yeah.
got a new one now.
You're actually like them now, thank you. So anyways, now we can talk.
Go ahead, Keith.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done, I'm not saying anything. I'm not getting yelled at.
It's your
She's
turn.
not gonna yell at you.
I'm just not saying anything.
Go ahead, though. Going off of what she said on the video with Dozer. Um,
Take your time.
okay, man. He's really close to them.
I'm sure.
He has
You Going
ADHD.
to Washington next week?
It's okay, bud.
You gotta go, do you have to go to another meeting tonight for that?
Yeah, I've been there 15 minutes. He has a lot of,
Hey, take your times. I know Sean, I like him, I coach
They-
him basketball, he's a good kid.
the dogs, we've had the dogs around babies, and everything. He's been down in North Troy, and kids will come up to the dogs and they don't bark at the kids, when they're on leashes and everything, kids will come up and play with them. I just don't understand, Dozer's a hound. His intent is to bark. He's gonna bark. His intent is not to hurt. I've never had him hurt anybody. That's why I don't understand that.
Can I say something now? I have 2 more witnesses that were there that day. My mother and my brother,
which were in the video, so.
they were in part of the video.
I'll just have to see how I can do the whole. Nate's already signed in. Okay, they don't touch you up. So if you want to do the whole thing again.
Trying to talk, you're not stupid.
If it means anything, I put my 9-month-old baby on the floor around each and every single one of them and don't have to worry about it. My friend has a baby that's even smaller that I can put down on the floor and there's no worries. They're not aggressive dogs. They are very loving and protecting animals.
I would have brought them in here in front of all you guys if I wouldn't have been threatened that they were gonna be impounded. I just thought that I was gonna lose my family members, so I moved from the house.
Okay, who's gonna?
Fail.
Hang on just a minute. You and who else?
She might not be able to stand up.
That's okay.
Down your arm, so if you wanna just raise your right hand, repeat after me. Under the pains and penalties of perjury,
Under the pain,
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that the evidence I give in the cause
that the evidence I give in the cause,
under consideration
under consideration,
shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay, so if you wanna just tell us your names?
Present Herrera.
Okay.
When, as soon as we knew those was we all went in. Me, my son, him, the kids on the four-wheelers. And when we got to the end of the road, he was standing there kicking and slapping at the dog. He wasn't trying to bite him. He was just going around them and around them. And Luna just went by a couple of times. And then she pulled up in her car. She got out of the car with a wine bottle and was gonna hit the dog. And Kenny said to him, "Stop it, I'll get him." And he just kept kicking at him. If he hadn't been kicking at Dosa wouldn't have barked like that. Now, if a dog comes up to me and I start kicking at him, what do you think he's gonna do? Of course he's gonna fight me while I get.
Thank you. And you, Sam, your name?
That's the same thing.
I have videos of them, my phone, seeing, yeah, and seeing, being next to kids that they've never been next to, and they didn't bark at all, they didn't do anything, and they just went up and petted them, and they didn't do anything.
The kids that they don't even know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sheila,
Yes,
at the witness, anything you wanna add?
the video pretty much says it all. You know, when a dog comes at you, you're gonna react. And when I saw, I'd have been scared of that too.
The dog came at you, he would have bit you more than what you're saying, the dog would not attack.
So any questions from the?
No.
Questions? All right.
You didn't have it, or sorry. No.
Not here.
All right, so I move to close this hearing. The select board will conduct a legal. You want to add anything? You weren't a witness or anything? No. So we'll move to close the hearing and the select board will then conduct deliberation in private. Following deliberation, the decision of the select board will set its findings of fact, conclusions of law, and the protective order for the dogs, and will be made in writing and sent to the dog owner and complainant within 3 days.
2 weeks.
Right.
And thank you all for coming. It was not an easy thing to do, and we appreciate everybody coming in and giving their side of the story. We're gonna do our best to figure this out. Thank you. You guys.
Thank you, everybody. All right, so now we're on to the normal select board. What am I doing?
Anybody who came to be able to speak in regards to any instances that they've had with the dogs, you're gonna be able to speak, you'll just have to wait for the select board meeting under public comments, which is coming up very shortly. So whether you're,
Last year, I mean, I don't know.
No, it's coming up. You have to, just a couple minutes.
yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. That's fine,
You guys for the.
Yeah, we're good, yeah.
Okay, before we start, if anybody came in late, please sign in with that over there. And, all right, we'll continue the select board meeting, changes or additions to the agenda. And we're gonna go with public comment. Please stand up and state your name when you talk. That is comments on.
Couple minutes each, if we're gonna, we got a lot of people, so don't, you wanna hear from everybody, but you don't wanna, you don't wanna take an hour for each person. So couple minutes each, see what you guys say, and we'll go on to the next person.
Anybody want to write your hand?
Hey, pretty fair.
You wanna go first?
Who's that? Yeah, you can let, so you go ahead. All right, go ahead.
You wanna stand up?
Yep, Tyler Beeford. I just wanna say Dozer is like always been a super friendly dog. Like I've never seen him, like, I've seen 1,000 people, not 1,000, but like probably 100 people around the dog. Never seen him like have a bad, like disposition, like bad intentions ever. Like if he's on his chain out the yard, yeah, he sits there and he goes woo 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 all day long. But he's never been mean to anybody ever that I have ever seen with my own eyes. And I've like been around for dogs since they got it. Luna's been a pretty good dog. She's had a few little incidences, but well, one was not little, but he's like always been a great dog too. I don't know. They're not bad dogs, in my opinion. But
Thank you.
that's all I gotta say.
Guys, say something real quick.
Well, but you gotta go, so don't.
Right, yes. I'm gonna leave right off. It's just about Luna and my disability that I have. I have epilepsy. I've had it since I was 26. And I don't have them anymore during the day, but I still have them at night. And she helps me with that. She'll wake him up in the middle of the night if I have one. And like if I have them if I'm gonna have one or whatever, like when I would have them during the day, she saved my life quite a few times. And she's like my therapy dog. I don't have it in writing, but I mean, I can go get it if I have to. But she does help me a lot, mentally and my challenges that I have a lot of things going on. I mean, more than a lot of people know. I have it together more than people know. But I try to smile on my face, but I have a lot of mental going on. I just wanted people.
In the back, your name? Sorry, say it again.
Think that email. I just wanna say that I've been around those dogs since they were puppies. They grew up with me. I just recently had my daughter, and he's from the floor, she goes on their back, like, there's not a new bone in their body to provoke them, properly. But there's nowhere for myself to make it stop that. You're screaming, you're yelling, of course, that's gonna provoke them. I understand, like, if a dog comes up on you, of course you're gonna be nervous, like, that's a given. But her reaction made his reaction, like, he's a good one, they're both good dogs. Yeah, there probably is a couple things that change, so they say, well, that's a given. I don't think that there's any reason why.
Thank you.
Motion by Rice, by motion. Motion by Rice, there's no intent.
Thank you.
Arthur Blue. Now, Renee, you keep track of all this before that, like when we called you and told you? We had pictures of the dog Fitzgerald and blood where she was bleeding. And that was, you guys remember that, right, Keith? Thank you. We were walking the dog and she had to pull the dog real quick, the puppy, and the dog bit him.
Be quiet.
No,
I thought they.
So we do have pictures if you want to see it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Laura Bennett.
That-
I like to walk down and back on that hill also. And, the dogs got more and more aggressive now for me, so I got nervous and scared of them. Ended up buying bear spray and Keith knows this for a fact. Last fall, Luna came at me and when he was standing up there, the dog came from me, going to attack me. And I had to spray it with the bear spray. And if I didn't have the bear spray.
She was.
And it was harmless. Got really this, I don't even dare to walk down by the house anymore. They just come after you. And again, Renee knows, we keep telling her and we keep calling her, we keep messaging her. She has to have a gazillion messages from us on the help about these dogs.
I had a handful of interactions with the dog that's a complete stranger. Using them as like a shelf dog, where, I've driven with a friend onto the property. Somehow, dogs that never met me before, came up to me, rolled over, gave me their belly and pet. Just wanted to put out, like, I didn't have that experience with them, and I was a complete stranger who's doesn't even know dogs, so, every interaction that I had, they approached me and they were friendly. That's all.
Thanks.
Cassidy, I live directly next to you guys. Steve, you know, we've spoke with you several times about your dogs. My grandkids cannot go outside without somebody with them. The dogs have met us right at our steps. I've had to get between your dogs and my grandkids because they have gotten right up at them. The same day that the dogs went after him, they cornered me on the steps and was me off the steps to get her off the bus. So, I mean, we've called you several times, we've talked to Renee several times, we've talked to the town about the dogs many times, so. I mean, it is an issue and you guys know about it.
Kids that I bring around the.
It's tiring.
Hold on a second, I know it is an issue with some people, that's why we do have the collars and leashes now, so they're not getting out of the yard. They're not gonna be going anywhere. And yes, I get it, they don't,
We gotta go.
they don't get on some people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle Carr, and it's probably been since 2022, I've been messaging Renee. And I like to just walk on our own private driveway back in the mornings early. And I didn't want to cause any troubles with the neighbors, but these dogs would obviously it's morning time, they're up in it early. And Luna one morning came out, it's probably been a couple years on that one, and she bit me in the leg, but I had sweatpants on thick enough so she didn't leave any blood. But one morning she came out and chased me right over to my parents up their steps. And I had to keep pounding on their door. She stayed right by the steps. But Dozer and Luna will come out after you. And so I don't even feel comfortable because they are very aggressive, intimidating. Maybe they're not gonna bite, but they get right in your face like they do with Dawn, and they're just, they don't leave. And we have a big garden. My parents have a huge big garden and we're often out there working in it. And I've had them come darting across the lawn after us and I'm scared. I can't run that fast anymore because I have trouble with my leg. And so that's happened a few times. And my mom came out last year and was going to go into the garden and the dog she can't come over today. She's like in her 80s, but the dog came right up to her right by the porch. And I'm afraid for them, my parents, being able to get in and about, because they do come up around the property if they're loose, they have. So.
Question. So, we're supposed to believe that our dogs are being so vicious to these people when that baby right there, none of the dogs know from nowhere, okay? Me and her just recently became friends again. And we can put that baby down on the floor and don't even have to worry about them knocking her over. What, like, make that make sense?
Thank you. Nice speak. This is non-valid whether or not your dog is friendly to your friends.
It's not
Let
about.
me see what I'm saying. It's not about whether your dogs are friendly to strangers who come on your property. This is about your guys' dogs being off of your property. They've never bitten anybody on your property. They've never harassed anybody while they're on your property. It's about your dogs being on your property and being kept there so that all these people in this room
Right.
don't have to be afraid to walk up and down the road. That's what this is all about. It doesn't matter if Dozer and Luna and your dog are all friendly to your friends and people come over to your house and babies that are in your house. It's what they're doing to other people. Not everybody knows these dogs, and not everybody is not afraid of dogs. So that's what this is about. The dogs need to be kept on your property. That's been the goal from day one, correct?
Got it.
And I have many videos of your dog. You know, I will send every one of them to you.
Okay.
I got one where it was in my driveway just a few weeks ago. All the time, always off the property.
We have a German
No
Shepherd
longer than 2 weeks
And
ago
I
because I've
can
had the dog
attest
somewhere else for
that
over
my
2 weeks now.
has never been off my property
I second that.
without me being with him. I have two small dogs that I'm afraid to walk up and down roads because the last time I did my little Georgia Palm, I had to pull her up by her leash and protect her while I was getting bitten. I have a picture. And I was not doing anything other than walking down the road with her.
That's true. Stop.
There's no reason to
Hannah,
make faces at me.
stop.
Yes, because you're
No,
saying.
there's no reason to be
Stop.
sitting here making faces at me.
You're saying
Okay.
like dogs aren't
Hannah.
vicious, but they're vicious if they're
Please.
coming at me and biting me.
Luna wasn't wrong there. She had just had a litter and she was being protective. I do admit that one, and that was over 2 years ago.
I mean, literally, if you guys had a fence around your whole property and the
And
dogs
that's what we
couldn't get
just
off
did.
it.
Like, he already explained that's what
Right,
we
that's
are.
what I'm working on.
Do know that those dogs will go through those fences. Okay.
I have a shot collar on them. I'm working with them right now to keep them on the property.
That's scary.
I have a dog, the shot collar system set up now, and I'm keeping them on the property. I even have them leashed. If they get out of the house, then they're gonna get shocked.
Sure, thank you. Anybody else?
Just want to say one more thing. It's like, this has been going on for several years. It doesn't change. It doesn't improve. It just keeps going on and on. And we all need to be able to enjoy where we live, and those dogs are vicious and they're scary, and we shouldn't have to keep putting up with these dogs. It's fair.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'm Ryan Carr, and twice this spring, we were out pruning the apple trees on our property, and I don't know which one's the canny's red one, but that one came after us aggressively. Luckily, I had a ladder, so it then left, but it was coming. And then just a week or so ago, no, I guess it was a couple weeks, but it was Luna and Dozer. And I was down by our chicken coop again on our property, and they came after me aggressively again, and I just happened to have a bar in my hand. And when Dozer seen it, then he turned around. I didn't aggressively go after them. They both aggressively came after me twice.
Thank you. Yep.
Where it go. We moved in the market up in 2024. And I've known Keith since you lived next to him here, you've always got along. And I believe we still do. But the dogs are, they didn't. So I'm outside doing firewood, they'll come right up underneath the police. Last year I actually had to throw a piece of wood at one of them to get them Get the hell away from it. You know, I mean, yeah. The dog, you know, what happens if my 60-year-old granddaughter freaks out, that's what little kids do. They don't understand where they see someone like that coming at them or whatever. She starts screaming and the dog gets afraid, her dog jumps on her or whatever. Now, what do you do then?
We don't wanna see that happen.
No, no.
Well, that's what.
I mean, we're all neighbors, we like to get along, we live pretty much in the general area. We don't have to be all best friends, but. We do gotta get along and live next to each other and. Hopefully we can get this remedy. Probably sooner than later.
Thank you.
And that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I've gotten the shock collars and everything.
We appreciate that. All right, we wanna go on to the next item.
All set.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting.
We appreciate you guys coming.
You all set?
What is the rest of the meeting?
Yes. Right, we're down to the space. You guys wanna let it out? Why is it good? Yeah. Alright, they got, next up, we got fence viewing, this is money to cover Bridge Road. I got a call last week, fence viewers to come up. So I talked to his inspector. Down in, homeowner, I gave you a paragraph, and maybe I'll see you there, just.
We don't want to talk about it. We
just-
What's the problem? But they just. It scares.
The one we talked to is Mrs. Perry?
Yes, it is Perry, Cecilia.
Yes, Cecilia.
Yeah, which she though.
The new owner, well, she said new, but I don't know. They're putting up looks like a chain link fence.
Yep.
And she's saying it's going on her property. It's a stone wall. It's hard to tell.
Yep.
But it's no survey stakes that Devin and I could find. We looked for them and nothing. Last time I talked to her, before we left, she was gonna ask them if they could just set that steel post over 2 feet. You know, off her driveway, so I'm not sure if she did talk to him or not. I told her that the best thing to do is you probably have to get a surveyor up there to survey the property, because Devin and I was not gonna tell her, you know, this is her.
Has she come in and looked at the records here? Is there?
I don't know.
I just.
I don't think so. I mean, we didn't even have a map up there, so we could even go by. She just.
What's the town's responsibility?
It's basically in that summary, but it's a good job by Izzy not to do too much, because it does say it's very limited.
Right.
You know, when there's a property dispute, you want to involve.
But this is gonna be.
That might be a good paragraph to show with. Because it's either gonna come down to them getting attorneys or them solving it on their own.
Can we get a copy and I'll.
Sure. Who's the other, you know?
I don't know. I don't know if it's still.
Are they new common streets?
Keno and his wife bought it a few years back.
I thought you knew everybody is.
That's what it was told years ago. Keno bought that property from Begins.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't own it now.
Somebody said he sold it, so I don't know. I haven't talked to Keno.
Maybe like you said, looking at the map, the record down here, like, yeah.
Because Keno, he had a doctor's appointment, he did some at the hospital, so I haven't got a chance to talk to him personally. I wish I could have talked to probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I can see if Jeanette, see if they sold it or where they would.
I don't know what Deb knows.
Well, yeah, she would know.
So do you need us to do anything?
I know, just. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate Izzy coming to the meeting.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for going up here.
Well, this
Yeah.
is, in the paragraph, you see can versus can 59, that's what DLCT said, and I did a little research on that, and the significance. It said the case reinforced the principle that fence viewers' decisions are limited to practical fence line matters. Example, who maintains which portion of the fence, and cannot establish any legal property boundaries. So it's really limited, like I said, what they're able, be. They don't need a survey, lawyers involved, and that's as far as the town can go, basically.
Sound like it had more to do with cattle.
Yeah, back years ago, yeah.
You guys should have been up there on Airport Road. Yeah.
I was one of them. I'd probably shut up too. I take care of my animals, so. But, and when you do give that to us, give it to me and, Devin, I'd like to have both of us go up there this way here. It's not one person saying one thing, and I just prefer to have two.
Yeah.
Or Richard or anybody like that. I just don't want to go up there and she say, oh, yeah, you said this. No, I said this.
Just stop in if you don't mind.
Well, I'm coming down tomorrow. I know it's for lunch.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it sounds like they need a surveyor or an attorney.
I think that it's really both. Can we ask that if they sold that property, what Keno Shelfo bought years ago from Dennis Begins next to 182 on a covered bridge road.
This is all anything else for me, but I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. The next one is Cecilia.
Yeah, right across from Frank Carbonell and him, right across.
Oh,
They Keno tore down the house a few years ago, so she said there's new owners and stuff like that, so I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I honestly don't.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Izzy. Next up, road crew uniforms and rags.
Oh, not this again.
What do you want? Maybe been around this a little bit.
Is Dave gonna tell us what to do here or what?
I'll give you some notes first. The yearly bag cost, you came up with an estimate of $1,500. There's 6,000 budgeted for the bags and uniforms, and then we discussed 1,000 each. Just a couple things, yeah, I added in the sample personnel policy, and we'll want that in there. Yeah. And you guys will have to decide if you want it all in one payment, so you just have to establish some rules about making sure that, they know that if they're gonna spend it all at once, they have to have the right holding for the years. And then also just any UFR stuff would have to be returned or paid for if it's missing before we do anything. Turn it over to Dave.
Hi, David. Hi, David.
Well, hello.
Hi, David.
Who let the dogs out? So, Ed pretty much summed it up.
Mine, it's always been like a benefit for them. I don't feel like having them a check and they have to count it for income would be fair. So I said something to Nate one day that maybe they give the orders and somebody here orders for them. I want this from Amazon.
That doesn't change the situation. It's still income.
But what they're getting right now is an income.
Because we're renting it.
If they get it all from one place that we had an account on, like we talked about picking shovel, how does that fit?
It's still purchased, right, Dave? So
Right, they still own it.
he's saying it's okay now because you were renting.
Okay. Well, it kind of puts it back in their court.
It is theirs, they get to take it home, they can use it for whatever. I mean, it's work clothes, but maybe that can be more. No, it's yours, you do wear it. I don't know if we were expecting them to just wear it.
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know, they don't necessarily have to wear the uniform.
No, that's true.
Wear the shirt, pants, the jackets, whatever. All right, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, it's funny how you look at the screen. Actually, I've seen the side of you. You just look at the camera, look at Ed, and you're looking at him. Oh, you gotta love these things.
We just have to put a picture of you on the alley.
Now you don't even need to, I could just turn me off. But I'm still here.
So I guess that kind of puts it back in their court, that they want. They wanna buy what they wanna buy, it becomes income and they have to declare it. Would it go on?
Well, I mean, it'll be declared for them, and it'll be as part. It'll come as part of their W-2.
Yeah, okay.
So we're issuing a stipend, is that what we're doing?
Basically, I guess.
That's up to you guys.
Maybe we should just tell them.
But if they
that if they're fine with it.
If they each get $1,000, we're gonna give them $942. With taxes taken out, or does it go to them as? Cause then if they get it as like independent contractor, then they've gotta pay the 50.
Oh, they're not. They're employees. They're employees.
Right, they are employees.
Period.
They're not gonna get a check for $1,000, they're gonna get a check of $1,000 less taxes.
Well, taxes, retirement, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's income.
Okay.
And there's goodness to that as well, right? So it's a mixed bag. But
I wonder if there's any other place you can order uniforms from and rent them other than UniFirst.
I think there are.
Or does UniFirst have anything else?
They did put
Can
up
we
a
ever-
catalog to see if they, so they didn't lose the sale, to see if they liked anything, and they didn't. So,
No, okay. I didn't know
I
if they
can ask
sold.
them to look again.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know
think
if
they would be happy with just having a stipend, like Matt said, and be done with it.
Yep.
I would be anyway, and it sounds like they are, would be too.
Did you have the players?
For uniforms, I didn't know because, if it's the same thing, I didn't know if they, well, I will check though, maybe.
So do
Want
we,
me to do it? Want me to put it in?
do we decide that that's what we're gonna do, or they just have to, that's what they ask for, that's what they get, do you think they could come in and do?
Yeah. And we just take it year by year, see how it is.
All right, I'll make a motion that we issue each member of the road crew $1,000 for their uniform needs for the year. Second.
can we have just a touch more discussion on that? Because
Yes.
Ed brought up a couple important points that we need to make sure that we have recovered all of the
UniFirst
other stuff, the UniFirst stuff first, or it's been paid for.
Yeah.
So we don't find ourselves with a mystery bill.
Pending.
So I will make a motion.
And then I think you really do want to have some words in your policy about what this is for.
We're definitely gonna have to update the personnel policy now, but, all right, so I will make a motion that the road crew members collect all UniFirst property. And get it returned, and that we will issue them $1,000 for their uniform needs for the year.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And you're going for a one-time payment, is that what you're?
One time only.
Okay.
Yeah, one time.
One time or?
It might be stuff back.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, we're talking about the fiscal year, right? So it's going to be July 1st through June 30th.
Yep. So in between now and then, try to get all the stuff back,
Yep.
return it, or you gotta pay for what's missing. Right. Then we'll go from there and start.
Okay, so we'll start fiscal year 27.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
David.
Yay, it's off the agenda now.
Right, and you're gonna go there.
Okay,
Audit documents, I put the whole, you don't have your stuff yet. That'd be nice with that. Sort her out. So everybody sees these right now.
Yeah.
Gary, that one's yours, it's got something signed in there.
oh yeah, there's somebody else in the room, but thanks for that.
David, we're still with the same people?
Sullivan and Powers, yes, we are.
Okay.
Or the middle pile
Is this gonna be there last year or are you?
Uh, well, it depends what you guys want to do. I think we have a 3-year agreement with them, which is probably ends this year, and then 2 option years, if I remember correctly, and I may not.
If you have to, we'll know.
I want to say we had 5 years worth of service potentially. I'd have to go back and look, see what we agreed to.
And you like these guys, right?
Sure, yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
But I'm not the one that needs to be pleased. It's you guys. You need to be pleased. Yeah, in fact, you might want to be suspicious if I say I like them.
Right, yeah.
But Gary has the one to sign, and then in the middle is the full document.
Okay, I will make a motion for Chairperson Gary Keenan to sign the Sullivan and Powers audit document.
It's a management representation letter. So it's you guys saying that you're telling them the truth and revealing all the problems that they've asked about.
What is it called? Management letter?
Management representation letter.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that Chairperson Gary Keenan sign the management representation letter on behalf of the town of Coventry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next up, delinquent tax collector transition, town lawyer, they're wrapping up the letter, so just as an update, that should be done soon.
Okay.
They sent me an email, asked if anything had been returned, nothing has, so.
Any correspondence or phone
No.
calls or nothing? Nothing.
Should the attorney send a letter, certified mail, restricted return receipt, so she has to sign for the letter? Nobody in the household can sign for it?
Well, I
Or
was
just
just having
send-
sent it here, because
Okay.
probably you guys would sign it, maybe, I don't know, I didn't say. I didn't give them the address yet or anything, I thought they were gonna send a copy for you to see.
Yeah, and we can mail it.
And then, yeah, we'll send it to your house if you want.
Right, Deb?
I don't know, I think maybe they'll mail it, and I think usually one goes just regular mail, and then one will go certified mail return receipt. It's
They see it ahead of time to approve it, or just let the attorney do his thing?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
I'd like to read it. Yeah.
I'll send it
So
to
when
email
I
tomorrow, just,
I don't-
I need the address.
Just sign it, that's fine.
Yeah. Reader. Yeah, cases.
I just thought you guys wanted it first, but that's.
And we'd like
You,
to, yeah.
you want it first. Yeah. Thank you, Ed.
Anything else, Deb?
And thank you, Deb, for taking over the liquid tax.
Okay, ice jam study, somebody in their package, case paper, looks like Dan, you got a special one, full one. Then you guys got, some pages in it, so I've met with the state, there's no current funding for this right now, but just to stay on top of it, I've met with them, so. When, something does come up, we can be on the right path, but. They would just like some direction for which way you guys wanna go, so it's got my notes all over it, but if you look at this benefit cost analysis, it's in here, it should be on the bottom of that. It's a cutout from the video.
Oh, is it this thing, the flood wall?
It says FEMA,
Yeah,
FEMA cost analysis.
I didn't really like any of the options.
So I touched base with the engineer again. And they had multiple strategies, they thought a wall and a boom would be good. So just a few notes here, a wall protects like the west and south side properties, but you still can get some ice jam conditions. So they recommended to have the boom also, and then to keep the wall lower, So
This
it's
is
not-
right over here.
Yeah, it's much of an eyesore. And, the ice jams are unpredictable, so that's why that was the main driver to come in with both. Let's see, you can always go higher with the wall. So they recommended both, and then there's, cost of the boom, though, you gotta take it out each year, so that's what he said. As far as I know, with a smaller river like this, the cost won't be as much as like if you're on much larger river. And then also you could do like flood proofing for homes mixed in with that, but. That's pretty much all I had. This packet here's got more detailed information than the slide.
Where would the wall be? 10 foot?
Over here, at the end of, go straight on Conway Court, and it's right in there.
And then how long would that go?
It was 10 feet down and
175. That is, well, that's a long.
linear feet,
Your feet.
10 feet high. But it also goes 10 feet in the ground. Yeah,
And if you look at did you guys all find that benefit cost analysis?
yes, yep,
If you look at the ratios, they're not recommending the bottom on the widen and lower side channel, they just did that as part of the study, but the two they're recommending, the ratio has to be over 1. Which both are over for, to get like funding from FEMA, from the state. So that's what they recommended, most effective, but when I meeting them with the state, they just like some direction where Coventry like to go, you guys can think about it more, you report it more.
There's no way to pay for this right now.
Not right now, no, but I will be meeting them, so one of their representatives might come up and check out the area, the rivers.
Wait, then.
Yeah, unless you have any thoughts now.
And the ice boom. Is the big arm that goes across.
It's like, yeah, it's like,
it's like a big old buoy type.
right, movies that go like the steel and then you take it out.
Like
Like
you put across the cement.
and it catches the ice, so it doesn't all go at once.
But they want us to do the boom and the wall.
Yeah,
Together.
That's their recommendation.
One of them, you have to build a road to get there to do it. That's probably the wall. It was in, somewhere
I'm
there's
assuming it's a concrete wall.
yeah. No idea.
That's a 10 foot wall. It would be like. It would be a huge, massive wall.
I don't know if you.
You also know
you want that back there.
You have that page that said the recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah, is that page 19?
I know they see when it floods, they probably like to.
Yeah, page
What's that?
20 first.
Wait, here we go, yep. 16.
Because the table has the comparison of alternatives.
Conclusion.
Then it gives you the effectiveness too, that's good for you guys to read for the.
Construction of an earthen berm or sheet pile flood wall along the southern bank of the Black River from Conway Court to the Vermont Route 14 approach. Implement, somewhere in here it said that you have to build a wall, you have to build a road to get there.
Ed, let's either. Put this at town meeting or do a special meeting so we can get people in here and let them look at this stuff and tell us what they want. Yeah.
I would think town meeting would probably be better, because how many people came to that meeting? Not very many.
Right, okay.
Probably the people that are
Make
in.
a note, put it for town meeting, we'll put it on the agenda and
Okay,
see what people have to say.
and if a bunch of money comes up, we may just have to scramble and get the special meeting.
Yeah, if somebody says they're gonna give us $5 million, we'll give a special meeting.
And also, a good thing for you guys to read on page 19 is table 8. And I forgot to mention the flood wall, also another good thing, that would help with like the summertime flood too, just water, not ice.
Yeah.
So that covers both, but like the ice boom does nothing for you during an open water.
Right. Okay, thank you, Ed.
Yeah, thanks.
Long work there, appreciate it.
Sure.
Don't you know?
Thank you.
We'll switch one meeting.
Yeah.
Right, you can run the meeting.
No, you gotta go to the farm.
Yeah, I won't mind. All right, town-owned property surveys, so Verdantis came in today, they gave Deb a Mylar map, right? And that has this property and 150, right?
150, yeah.
So, so that one, and you have what you need for the fence, but I guess the other thing was figuring out paving and plowing and all that, what kind of fence you want, but.
And I dropped the ball, I was gonna come in on Monday, last week Monday, and look at maps and totals, I'm off that day.
Yeah, we already did that, there's none.
Yeah, so,
I already have one.
yeah, good.
We have one map now.
So we're good with 150 Main Street, but we have 89 Main Street, 983 River Road, and Deb mentioned the town garage here on Main Street and the baseball and softball field. All could probably be done.
Yeah.
For surveying, so I just.
I think for any town property that we own, we should know what our boundary rights are.
Yep.
Just in case at some point down the road, if something does happen to change with one of those properties, at least we know. I will say I did receive a concern from a resident today in regards to something that some of us had already mentioned as far as vehicles parking down near the Taylor property. She was just very concerned that she wants to make sure, people who own that property prior to were very significant people of Coventry. And she felt we should really do their honor, and why are we allowing trucks to be parking on that lot? And I told her the situation.
Who is it, Director Dreschies?
No, there's a couple other people who use that lot. That one.
Oh, from the apartment building?
And they end up parking.
Okay.
So I just told her the situation that we're looking at having it surveyed, and once we get a survey, then we'll be able to designate as far as where people are or are not able to park down around that area.
Right.
Maybe we should. Sorry,
I was gonna say, we probably can't, they cannot let it park there anyway, it's part of the state.
Right,
Building.
the space,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's green
We're gonna
space.
put green states saying no parking.
We just don't know where.
During the,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
put it in the middle of it, just for now, there's not any flooding. So we're not, cause they didn't want a fence, cause that could hold ice back. So for the summer, until we get the survey, I wonder.
How long the survey take?
It depends.
It'd take a while.
Nettles came in today, I mentioned that to him, and he was like, just let us know, so I think they would end up putting it right on their schedule, and would maybe guess possibly maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, but that would possibly be for all of them.
Yeah, but I think you had a hard time getting responses from them, and there are other surveys in town.
Yeah, he did some it today and talked to Deb, and then I talked to her also.
And then as far as fence, I think stones. Yeah, I think it would look good, they won't float away, they won't wash away.
Yeah.
No one's gonna drive over, to the right.
And update on that also, did you say like boulders or whatever?
Yeah.
When I emailed her to let her know we weren't gonna do the fence application thing there, you guys were leaning towards boulders, she said we could put up a no parking sign there too. Without filling out all that stuff.
So could we put the boulders without the application, or we still have to put that application?
I can get into that.
Right, yeah, so do some no parking signs.
Sure.
I wanna ask Nathan to put a couple of no parking signs.
You wanna just put them up where you know what the property line is?
Yeah, like here, just put them up in the middle or.
Yeah.
And do we wanna put a couple on the edge that, keep off the lawn or something?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is
For
we
now?
don't know how far the edge where it is, and that's what the issue is, because there's people who are parking on the big parking lot side onto the part where there's green grass, but it was stated that was their property, so they're able to park there. We really don't know where they're parking, if that is or is not town. So they're not parking in the middle of that wall, where that was torn down, it's on the side. So I think placing a sign right now is probably irrelevant, because we don't really know where the boundary is.
What if we put please keep off the grass, or no parking on the grass? A foot into the grass with a sign on both sides.
Sign over, are they hurting anything? After we get a survey.
Right.
I think what Deb's saying,
Probably
was
not.
they'll just back up to the sign, right, is what you're saying.
And they might, but, I mean,
Maybe.
it doesn't hurt
Signs
them
after we get a survey, and then.
to decide from there.
So get a couple signs. and
Yeah.
say,
Please keep off the grass and over there, no parking.
Yeah, Chris.
A couple of minutes ago, Deb mentioned she spoke to the person who was concerned about the Taylor property about the situation. What's the situation?
We own the property, the town owns the property now.
Okay,
It's a perpetual green space.
that's what I thought.
So eventually we'll have to put up a permanent sign saying that this is, please enjoy this green space, but that's all it is, so.
So just for my sanity, but the person who talked to the town clerk felt that the property should be used as a public parking area?
Right.
Is that what I'm
That's
hearing?
correct, yep, you're correct, yeah, they didn't like the idea of, people parking, because, they're right, the Taylors, they meant a lot to the town
Sure.
for many years, so.
Yeah.
We should, do our best to see that it's maintained properly.
Right, so but technically they're not doing anything illegal, they just want respect out of the Taylor family, is that
Correct.
what I'm hearing?
That's
Correct.
Okay.
One more side note on 150 Main Street, because he brought the map in for Deb, and then I spoke to him, the guy from Verdantis for a minute. I guess he had worked with you about soil samples and everything over there.
Yes.
So before, if you decide to lay down pavement, he's got we have the property line now, and he has soil samples, so if you ever wanna up the capacity for the septic here, and I guess that was what proposed at one point.
It was, yeah, that was a prior select board wanted to.
So that would be before anything, if you, just to throw it out there, right, cause you don't wanna pave and then have to dig it up.
Dig up the septic.
So I don't know, if it's ever been an issue here, the septic at all.
I don't think it has, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea with finding out when it was actually placed in the ground.
When was it pumped last?
Chase came, I wanna say, maybe several years ago, we may wanna look that up.
I wonder, do we know, they pumped it, so we know where the cover is, do you know where the leach field goes?
I think he has all that data, and I think the reason that you were looking into it, Mac, you probably say this is for larger crowds in here.
Well, yeah.
If this would handle it, town meetings.
It was the Dave Gallup, Scott Breyer, Phil Marquette, select board that wanted to figure that out, where it goes. And make it bigger.
So I guess, it's sad, but the fence is the last thing to go up, you have some other decisions for the fence. But in terms of the property there, do you wanna do all four? Or
Yes.
all four? Do you guys want a motion in?
Yeah.
Right.
About Hancock Hill. Another property man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, put that on the list too, Hancock Hill. So I'll make a motion that we get surveys for all town-owned properties in order to correctly know borders.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
How much is that gonna cost?
With that,
How much is the survey gonna cost?
We RFP it?
they're not cheap, but yeah.
And you can do that at Hancock Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that, any other properties, that would be 5.
You got those 3 plus the garage plus Hancock Hill.
The church, is that?
Yeah, we own the church too.
Yeah.
So we can't call it a church, but the Cleveland Meeting House, put that on the list too.
So we should do that one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got 89 Main Street, 983 River Road, Main Street Town Garage, the baseball, softball field, Hancock Hill, at Cleveland Meeting House.
The water stuff, is that all different?
That's owned by the.
Coventry Fire
District. Maybe we can look and see if there's maps to any of the others, the ball field, the Cleveland Meeting House.
That we already checked.
You did all the
Yeah,
others?
we did.
Go ahead, Dan.
Could we include the cemetery properties into the survey?
Pretty sure we have surveys of the cemeteries. We definitely have a survey of the old church, but leave them on the list and we'll check them off. We'll
I
double
was
check.
just, we were looking at cutting trees and I want to make sure I'm not cutting trees off somebody else's property.
No, absolutely. I want to say for sure we have one of the center cemetery, but the other two, that's a good question.
Okay.
Would that be a Mylar map, Dave, or just like the regular old paper formats?
Okay. I don't remember. I think for the center cemetery, it's the old paper. The others probably would be old paper as well.
Do you think it would be beneficial just to get them all done on the survey map and all have current boundaries for every single one?
Oh, sure.
I think so, I guess.
But I know we had a survey done before we took ownership of the church building, so that's on a Mylar. I mean, that's real recent.
Okay.
And what about, I don't know, does like Netto's, I don't know what their name is now. Do they hold maps of everything they've ever done, I wonder?
Yes. When they've gotten over the prior ones, Blaze, Sterilize, and Silverline, normally they purchase whatever has been done by the prior vendor.
Yeah, so some of this stuff might have already been done.
That's why we were able to get this one.
It's that one.
Horizons actually did this.
Okay, so maybe we can see if they have any of the other properties. Perfect.
So we're not including the Cleveland Meeting House, but you do want to include the cemeteries.
Well, I can still write it down, and then if we can absolutely confirm, I'll look at that Thursday to see if we can find that Mylar map, and if we have it, perfect, if not, look it up.
And they might have the copy too, see if they have any of the town's properties.
And they have like all the 150 Main Street, so I don't know if you want them to just do it all, or if you want to RFP it, like you said, I don't know if there's any other companies.
Yeah, there's others, there's another one right in Newport.
Okay. Whatever you guys want to do. Whatever's cheaper. Alright. So we'll just get a price and. Whatever one, maybe you can tell me, Carrie, which one is, or I can find it.
Okay.
Alright.
For the number, they should be giving us a deal.
Right.
For the number, they should be giving us a deal.
Yeah.
Cause there's several around.
Not
necessarily.
Okay, other business, if you look, on the last page, you can see an email from the Vermont Transportation Board. And then right in the middle of the file, there's the document it came with, some information about, Board Patrol Agent David Chris Mayland, and, there's been to notify people, it's about changing the name. With the interstate, I think you guys have it there.
There's the letter, there's the information on, it's just the last page of
This
one, it starts with the Penson and on the top.
Oh.
So mine's the last page.
Just informing, Yep. Then did you have the document, Dan, to the middle, or somebody did? I don't know, we're not looking for what I got.
Yeah, it's mostly.
Oh, yeah, it's this, I just couldn't put it out, I was going, I just wanted to read it.
Did you post this for them?
Yeah, I'm going to, yeah, so.
So is this about the fellow that died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that, them changing the name.
Mm-hmm. They sent it to Deb, she sent it to me, so I'll post it and just informing you guys.
Sounds like they want it, I don't know, if you wanna send it, I can put it on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, send you the document. Alright, and then, the other one I had.
Madam Chair, I'd like to have a copy of the document about Chris Maitland.
Yep, we can get your copy.
Yeah, it'll send it to you.
Then there's 5 Mondays in June, so make sure you want to stay on schedule, if not, we're ready.
I'm fine with it. First and third, so that.
Yeah. What is it?
The first, it's the first is the first.
Yeah, the 15th.
I figured you would, but then there'll be like 3 weeks in between.
So the 15th, you will not have AP warrants to approve. Those will be the following week, which I will send those to, oh God, I think Matt, right?
Yeah.
You're my intermediate, so I'll just send them to him for a review, and then you guys will see the first week in July.
Good. All right, any other business?
I have 2 items. My first item, dealing with this vicious dog hearing. Apparently there are some other procedures and stuff that we should probably get done, so that if something of this nature happens in the future, we know exactly what we need to do, who we need to call, what we need to collect, and go through the whole process. BLCT does have that listed on their site. I think I would like to coordinate with Carrie again, or either one of you, like what we did last time, to do the documents, to go through, review it, set it up, and then just submit that back to you folks to go ahead and approve. In the same time frame, we should be thinking the exact same thing for the domestic animals. What happens if there's a bull that gets loose that charges at somebody and, you know, hurts somebody? We don't have procedures to follow for any of that stuff, and we really should have procedures. So that would be the exact same thing to go through, get that set up beforehand so that we know what we're doing.
First, so I was hitting one of those things in my car the other night. One of those, when I heard Audrey's.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bull? No, I don't think he does. But I mean, they might.
What happened with them? With the cows, they're still getting out of the hole.
Yeah, I haven't heard, but I don't, yeah, I don't know.
I know I got a citation, took me a while, so I didn't know that actually through.
It's good.
So that's just one of my things, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do that unless any one of you others want to enjoy that fun.
No, all you.
Then I'll just coordinate with Carrie, and then we'll just send it back to you guys to do a formal approval, then we can get something set in stone. One. My second thing was, in one of the warnings that I ended up sending to you for the Rugo company, some of the work that's been done. He had came, both Ed and I talked with him for a little bit that day. 2 questions. Now, the proposal was amended to include changing out the front door, this door, and then the door behind that door. Larry came, so the front door is gonna be changed out. He just wanted to try to fix this door and the back door. My suggestion to the select board is, this is our town community center, this is our office building. If we have money available to be able to replace some of these units that are now, I don't know how old some of these doors are, we should just be expensing the money to just change out those doors instead of just changing whatever the mechanics are that goes around the doors.
I think, like the exterior doors, like the efficiency part for sure, but depending on where the money goes, I think like sometime we should just hire R&B somebody to paint this building for one, because it looks terrible. You know, the ceiling could be fixed and this door could be changed.
Yeah.
You know, if we added that to that project, definitely the exterior doors for the weatherization and stuff.
Well, why don't they want to change the doors?
Because I think he was just saying, oh, we can just lift this one up, or we can cut something off the bottom, and then we can just put some stuff. To me, that just feels like a Band-Aid. I mean, we should be very proud of this building, and we should be doing whatever we can to maintain this building.
So
this is our
the
office.
Band-Aid for an exterior door or for
Yes.
this?
He said,
It takes those.
We're changing the front door definitely, but I'm saying these next 2 doors should be changed out as well.
And he says they don't need to be changed, that's what I told that, he said they don't need to be changed. If you change them and you're not supposed to, if they don't, you know, then you get into trouble, we see in other towns, I'm just reporting what he said. So.
We should follow what he's saying and we'll spend all the money somewhere.
Busy, you got?
Yeah, what's up in front here with the stones all falling apart? I didn't know if you guys are thinking about fixing that sometimes on the.
That could go on with painting and stuff.
Yeah, I just think Deb said that. We were thinking about it, but this is that the.
Yeah.
We just.
It needs fixing.
Yeah.
But not by murder.
Oh, doors, I mean, it's bad.
This one here sticks.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, this one wasn't even closing at one point in time. So all the heat from in here was actually going
You
into
want
that
to
back
trim
room.
that one, so
Yeah.
then the back one, tight in steel.
Yeah.
Field
trip.
Hey, Matt, yeah, but could I ask for copies of the warrants that you? Because Newport Daily is looking at different mechanisms starting next week.
Yeah.
And you know, bullet points, because the select board approved $500 for widgets, whatever.
Yeah, it's got all that electronically, you can send that all to me.
Perfect.
What is it?
He wants a copy of the warrants.
Like from this week?
Yeah.
Well, and we can talk from, here on out, because the Newport Daily is doing, a different, it's gonna be more bullet point types incident, so. The Coventry Select Board approved X for 20 widgets, something along those lines.
So photocopy and you need, so that's how you're saying.
No, you can just email it to me, right?
Oh,
I mean, it's just like email them for dead emails for just forward it, Chris.
Okay.
It's all public.
Yeah, so
They can see how they can see how much the meeting spent.
Yeah, but add it to Chris.
Right, yeah.
List.
So when are we supposed to do these deliberations anyway?
You had said we can do these.
Correct, so for now, because it's private deliberations, you guys can actually do that via email if you want.
We can.
Absolutely, you can do it via email.
Okay.
You can go ahead and you guys can just say, hey, what do you do on Friday night? Let's just get together. It does not have to be warned because it's private deliberations. You three are the only three who are meeting to discuss to make your determination as to what you feel needs to be done. And then you'll direct to Ed to type up whatever your response letter is, and then we need to mail that out to both parties.
Right.
Now, just remember, you said 2 weeks, so you gotta make sure that it's completed within 2 weeks. Because it's private deliberation.
Person. I don't know about you guys. I mean, because if we're gonna email back and forth, it's gonna take forever.
No, I haven't, if you want to just get together, just a week today, Sunday. Yeah.
Can we, oh, it's holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's a holiday.
Can we invite Renee?
Let me find out, I don't know.
So definitely, either that or we can talk to her individually.
Yeah.
If we don't invite her.
Yeah.
She can go. Yeah.
I would say, I would imagine that answer will probably be yes, because she's the ECO, but I'll just verify.
Right.
Are you talking next Wednesday or this one?
Either one, I think Wednesday's fine.
I can do, well, I can do anything, but either like, as the
Just like.
planning commission meeting on Wednesday, they're starting at 5:30 at the church. I'd like to go see it,
Right.
but I don't have to.
Right. I mean, I can do Tuesday during the day, I just can't do Tuesday like this time. Tuesday, like, all right, that's tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna take very long.
I just want to meet in Ed's office midday or something. Can you do
or upstairs or whatever we wanna do.
Well,
How about? How about we get a hold of?
oh,
And Renee.
Yeah, I think we want, so let's make sure that's.
Yeah.
So, then,
I can pretty much make anything work.
yeah, I mean, I can do during the day, I can get away for an hour.
And I'm sure probably Renee can be, as long as she probably knows beforehand.
Yeah.
Because he has problem, they may not be here in person, but.
Okay. All right, and it's okay, we can talk to each other about setting it up too, that's all, all right.
Yeah, we can do that via email.
Going back to the doors.
Yeah.
I feel like where are we with all this merch stuff? Because we talked to them about some things that we had to do and.
You changed the scope a little bit.
Yeah, and then we had, I feel like we had some things that we had to decide too, because they wanted solar panels and we didn't really want to do that, we want to put the money somewhere else.
Right, yeah.
We discussed that, last meeting, you guys had a meeting, I don't know, a couple months ago, you decided to focus on the heating and stuff here. And then see what you had left for money.
I guess that's where
The doors got amended, so
See,
then you guys will have a decision after everything comes in, but you know, that should be this month, he should be.
When are they gonna start working in here, you don't know?
I don't.
He's still gotta go through the bid process
Yeah,
and
okay.
everything, so you guys will get informed when all that happens.
Okay, perfect.
Now, one of the questions, seeing how you guys are talking about that, as far as the electrician goes, I know you folks had stated that you would really like to see local electricians or local contractors to be contacted to do some work. I think the electrician that he's already hired is not local. My only concern is how much of our money, that's our grant money, is gonna be spent in those people traveling back and forth here versus us being able to invest that into our building. I know we've already received one bill for, I think, $360, which you guys have in your AP tonight.
Yeah, so.
For our traveling time from their place to here, to be here for an hour, which they are here for 5 minutes, and then an hour traveling back. That's gonna add up fast. Granted, I know the electrician probably is not gonna have that much to do, but should we still stipulate, you know what, we have several different contractors who are around this area that we tend to use a lot, that I think we should really see our local contractors being used versus paying somebody who's gonna be traveling from a different area. I mean, I guess I don't know that part of the contract, why that was automatically assigned by them to give it to somebody versus saying, well, these are the different vendors who we need. Give us the names of the different vendors who you want to use. We'll just put it out. It's not gonna be a job, but if you want a chance to bid on it or whatnot, come see it and come see it too. But that's your guys' choice.
We hired them to do the work, and I hate to nitpick them, but I mean, we could suggest.
I call Larry, I mean,
You know, just suggest or, you know, if possible, if we could have local people.
Yeah, and he did say it was a minor thing, that doesn't change what Deb's saying,
Yeah.
that's why. He already had someone lined up and Deb gave me a list, so he didn't say much about it, but he did accept the list I gave him with 3 local electricians.
yeah, you're right, we hired him, it's his job, so.
Be nice if with the money
It's-
saved,
Okay.
and we didn't
Yeah.
spend it all on
I'll
travel.
call Larry.
Okay. I mean, that's just my concern. It's like, it just seems like some of this money is just being spent, and it's like, I'd rather see it be spent wisely. And for this building versus traveling time, if some of these vendors are coming from a distance.
Yep, that makes sense, yeah.
Plus, if something needs to be fixed, who are we calling?
D&D Electric.
But you know what I know, but either D&D or Gates Electric or whatnot, but they're here. Does that mean if it's something dealing with that, we need to contact that other
I'll find out.
vendor?
You could talk to him, maybe he can explain what he did to me about the doors too, and then you can get your thoughts on
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think weatherization for sure. When I talked to him. Where was I going with this? Never mind. Very well.
Okay.
Oh, and one of them told me, it was either him or Carter. To suggest putting in the like contracts or somebody else, somebody said it, like putting. Like stipulations in it that they have to maintain it for a set number of years or something. I don't remember where I heard it from. Next, any other business?
Sorry. Hancock Hill will be on the agenda next week. Next should be ready to be done. Wrapped up. So, thank you. Thank you very much.
Is something going on with the church? Did I hear Carrie say?
Yes.
The planning commission is meeting at the meeting house. Just a tour of it to look at, see how they,
You should
like
go,
the
Chris.
condition of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, what?
This week, Wednesday, 5:30. 5:30, the planning commission, this week, Wednesday, 5:30. It's, the meeting is starting at the meeting house.
Nicole with you, helping you,
Are they done that, right?
Just the planning commission members
okay.
are going.
Go ahead, Dave.
Ban on there?
Yeah, 5 o'clock we'll be starting at the town building, so that way we can start the meeting officially, and then we'll go over to the meeting house, so probably 5:30 is when we get over there.
Okay, so I thought you were starting right there.
They're trying to figure out something to do with the building.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Dave, go ahead.
Oh, I just have an item, if it's time.
Time.
Okay, well, just a heads up that at the next meeting, which I think is June 1st, we'll have a budget update and some decisions for you to make regarding closing out the fiscal year.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just a heads up. I'll try and get that to you far enough advance that we could possibly meet individually and answer any questions.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Approval of minutes of 5/4/26.
Motion to accept the select board meeting minutes, the town of Coventry, Monday, May 4th, 2026.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Warren and Sarah in the middle there.
Here's what you have to look at in today, so you have a warrant and under those. And of course, payroll is for tomorrow, so you'll have that warrant in there that you will not receive on Thursday.
Thank you. Do you wanna? I'm gonna say, do you wanna reach out to Renee, or I can just start something with all of this in it, so we have conversation amongst her of us?
Yes. Do I don't be at their meeting yet for?
When it was, the culvert failed. And they ended up using somebody's like chip pump, and they sent it over the road. Because just a regular like sump pump, whatever. Probably, yes. So I'll start something with. Like Ed, the three of us and Renee, so we can come up with.
And then I'll send Carrie something that the LCT had mentioned for a couple of suggestions.
Okay.
That I'll just send to you guys and.
I just want to share if I need to be there or not. What day did you say you were?
We haven't decided, so don't worry about your days off.
We'll bug you, you'll have to do that. Gary, great job running that vicious.
Yeah.
First time doing it, I think it's a great job.
Good job by all you guys and a lot of work by Deb to get the whole thing together.
I sent all this. Do the little claustrophobic upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I started to hear, so.
Sheriff was here, Deb. Did you see?
No, really?
Yeah,
It
was deputy here.
Deputy, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that these things, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, he just stayed outside the hall there.
Okay. Perfect.
You know, Renee had been talking to him, so she probably said, hey, we're having a meeting.
Those are just in there because those gotta get stapled to the invoices.
Is it propane?
No, that's number 2 fuel. For here for boat garages. And then those little slips are actually gas slips from Jim Ware.
Should be 252 again.
Yeah, that's interesting. Ridiculously low.
Because we buy in bulk, I mean.
Yeah.
252?
I know. Sneak a tank down here, you know, fill it up, here at the town of Coventry, here's your jag. Get in, people, I'm kidding.
Motion accept the second.
All those in favor?
Right.
Aye. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's adjourn. Motion adjourned.
All those in favor? Aye. Awesome, thank you, everybody.
everyone. Thanks, Eddie.